Good morning, everybody. How we doing today? So today I got my little stone out. I felt the need to have some mental clarity, some verbal clarity, because those are things I just generally struggle with in general. And today I was especially something. So I thought this little guy will help. So we're going to have him off to the side here. Where am I? I'm looking in the wrong spot for the deck I was going to use. Yep. Things are hard. Today we're going to be using... Oh, here. I'm still looking in the wrong spot. I'm telling you. See, I need to hold you a little bit longer maybe. Okay. We're good. We're going to pretend we're good. Brain is not functioning at 100%, ladies and gentlemen. I am greatly sorry, but that's okay. Today, I don't know what are we doing today. Today we're going to look at just the energy for the day and kind of how we want to respond to it, I guess. What to be on the lookout for. I can feel it coming here tonight. Alright. You do not need me singing, I'm sorry. We do not need singing, but that's where my brain is. Alright, stay. So, today I feel like we need an overall feeling. And the overall feeling is the Fool. I feel like that's very accurate considering how I'm feeling right now, actually. So, we have, sorry, I should probably actually verbally, what was I saying about needing help verbally? There you go. Verbally, we have Maker 4, Wheel of Fortune, Maker 10, and Maker 7. Now the makers are... Hold on, gotta look this one up. I'm pretty sure that's the coins in the Tarot of the She. But just so that you know. Yeah. Nope. Makers are wands, it looks like. Man, I can't even find this. Why can't I find this? Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because I'm going to read off of just whatever I get off of the cards anyway, so you guys feel free to correct me on this, on the comments or whatever. So, today, things we need to keep an eye out for, is... Oh my goodness. Okay. There is a feeling of hoarding. I don't know if hoarding is the right word. Holding on to emotions that we shouldn't necessarily be holding on to. Hoarding emotions. Does that make any sense? There are two directions that I feel like this message is kind of going. One is that there is a hoarding on to emotions that we shouldn't be holding on to. Hoarding, holding, whatever you want to call it. That's the image that pops up as someone who is just like holding on so tight. They just don't want to let go of anything. So that is one potential. The other seems to be, I don't know that I would necessarily label it as a holding on to unhelpful emotions, but kind of along those lines, which is be careful that you are not fawning over people that you shouldn't be fawning over. To generally fawn over somebody it's usually you trying to appease them, to make them feel better. And that's not your job, not your responsibility, because what ultimately that's going to do for you is create a burden beyond your ability to bear. You do not want to be so invested in other people's emotions that you try to fix their emotions. You can absolutely be invested in other people's emotions. You can be there for other people and care for other people. However, it is never your job to make somebody else happy. Not your job. Got it? Okay, point I'm trying to make here. So, the overall feeling of this reading has been, don't be a fool in how you respond emotionally. Don't go and hold on to hurts, because that's just going to cause problems in all of your relationships. Let go of those hurts real fast. And don't fawn over people either. Don't be falling all over yourself trying to make people feel better it's not your responsibility to make them feel better. I'm feeling speaking of emotional, I'm feeling very energetic. I just came from a good lunch with friends and family, and I had more coffee than I should have today. So I'm a little wired. I apologize. But let's see if we can get one or two little suggestions in how we handle this. Vesica Pisica? That sounds really wrong. I feel like I might not be saying that right. It's okay. You can make fun of me. I can't read. I already know this. And then Soulcraft. So. All right. I got to look up this. We're just going to call it card number 26 because Lord knows that I can't, actually say the words that are on there. I feel like I should know what this is. I feel like this card has come up for me multiple times, and I still haven't looked up what the actual meaning is. Oh. Creating soul truth in the world. The outside world feels more real than the inner world because we have been encouraged to focus more on what is outside of us. We have learned to give things that can be seen by others or touched by us more importance than what we feel. I think I said that. That sounded wrong the way I said it, but hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. Making decisions can become difficult when our awareness is focused away from our inner needs and wants. When our internal and external realities are integrated, decisions are clear and easily made. So, I would say that says it all. Do I need to elaborate? I can elaborate, I suppose, but I guess I'll summarize. I'm not good at summaries, but we're going to try. I think the point is, with these emotions that you're dealing with, they're valid. I'm not saying that they're not valid. Not saying that. Trying to find a way to word this. I guess that's kind of just the sum of it. The point of it is it's valid to have these emotions. However, if you can't find a way to deal with them and move on, it hurts you and harms you more than anything. It's not other people's fault. It's not other people's responsibility. If you're holding on to these emotions, it's doing you emotional damage. So that means you need to grab a hold of that and rein it in and either go, okay, I either need to find a way to deal with this or I need to find a way to let this go so that I can move on with my life. Okay? That's what that's given me right here. So let's look up Soulcraft real quick. Life happens from you, not to you. The thoughts, ideas, and topics you incessantly discuss are crafting your life. Crafting, not creating. I actually like the way that's worded. So focus on the ones that make your heart smile. You are ready to receive answers from your soul about any topics, thoughts, or ideas you want to change. Be wise in your crafting, and the path of least resistance will call to you. If you are feeling tired, your inspired action will be to rest or sleep. If you are feeling love, you will be inspired to do things that emulate love in your day. We all sense with our soul, but often override it with the rational mind. Trust your soul is bringing you the most up-to-date information. That I really like. So, once again, trying to find a way to like verbalize things that that I'm feeling, and I don't know how to like. Feelings are so hard to translate into words. I would say that this, for me, is absolutely a situation where if you are dealing, I'm going to have to use this as an example. If you're dealing with somebody who is really difficult to deal with on a regular basis, whether it's a family member or a close friend or even your spouse, if you're dealing with somebody who makes you feel bad all the time, you honestly, I mean, if it's somebody that you're with a lot, you might be numb to it at this point. You might be fawning all over them and not even realize you're doing it. But your body will tell you if you are in a situation where you're going to meet up with this person and you recognize, you get that feeling in that pit of your stomach and go, oh, I don't want to deal with this. And if more of your interactions are like that than not, then you need to start asking yourself some hard questions, like maybe I shouldn't spend so much time with this person, maybe, potentially, because your soul knows. And guess what? Your body knows. Your body experiences these things, whether or not your rational mind is there telling you, oh no, things are really this way. No. If you feel like you're really struggling with something with this person, then guess what? There's a reason behind that. If you don't want, I'm just going to leave it at that, because there's so many places I can take that, but the end result is don't treat your own emotions as less important than those around you. And it's interesting that both of these are like two sides of the same coin, right? The overemphasis on emotion is the situation kind of on both sides. Is one, you're dealing with emotions, that you're holding on to emotions that you shouldn't be holding on to, and then the other is you're trying to control other people's emotions that you shouldn't be trying to control. Really, they're both about controlling other people's emotions that you shouldn't be trying to control. Because the first one, you have a situation where, guess what? You have these hurts. Getting mad at somebody else is not going to fix those hurts for you. It's not going to heal anything. And then on the other side, you have somebody else's hurting through their own fault or not. It doesn't really matter. But you're trying to make them feel better all the time when that's not your job. It's for them to deal with their own difficulties and their own mistakes in life and their own, that's not to say you shouldn't be helpful at all. I just want to make that clear. You can be a helpful person, not that you should be callous towards these people necessarily, but that you should always have a balance. This is so much about balance. So I'm going to leave it at that because I could totally go off on a complete rampage of like stories and full on this, that, or the other thing and bring out 5 bajillion more cards, but we won't torture you with that. It's okay. We'll leave it at that. But I hope you guys all have a good day, and I really hope that you guys, whatever endeavor you're trying to endeavor to do today, that you succeed in your missions. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.